Welcome back, Cody's Auto Diagnostics. It is tool time. Alright, before we get into this, in case anybody's wondering about what happened to my eye, I got in a fight with a lift, and the lift won. So, that's that. But anyway, so I'm going to start things off. Kimbolin. I'll put a link in the description. They were nice enough to send me this launch Creator. It is a scan tool, code reader. So I'm curious to play around with it. It is touchscreen. It's got the same kind of setup and stuff as the Digon. So I'll be sure to include this into some videos. I'll put a link in the description. This is going to be a cheaper alternative than even the Digon. I think this one is about a $400 tool. I'll have to double check on that, but I am curious to see how this thing works. I've had a chance to do some oil resets with it. I've checked some ABS speed sensors by graphing, so it does have the graphing capability. So far it seems good. I mean, I like the touch screen on it. It's another tool in the arsenal. So again, launch Creator. I'll put a link in the description, but so far enjoying this tool. Moving on, I ended up getting the new Snap-on multimeter. This thing, so far, I'm absolutely loving. I mean, this thing is just awesome. The backlit display is just incredible. I mean, I've used this on some speed sensors, putting it up into the wheel well area, and I'm able to see the readings without having to turn on the light or anything else, like some of my other multimeters. You know, like this Mac one that I have, for example, it does have a light. I mean, the light does come in handy, but this thing, I'm absolutely loving it. The way that it sits, sitting horizontal instead of vertical, like most of the multimeters, that's an awesome feature. I really do like that. It does have the kickstand on the back. You know, I know that there's a bunch of tool reviews on this. I know Flat Rate Master has done a video on this. I know JRC54. I know a bunch of guys that have done this, and that's watching their videos is why I jumped on board. And honestly, I couldn't be happier. It is nice. It does have the Bluetooth function that goes to your phone, which is awesome. So you can record. You can have you can print up the information and actually give it to customers, which I absolutely love. So, a couple things that I don't like about it. Let's go into this real quick. So obviously it comes in the box. It comes with this nice carrying case. Upside down. This nice carrying case. First things first. The leads that it comes with, don't use them. I do not like these leads, and the main reason why I do not like these leads, these are Cat 3 rated, so it's up to 1,000 volts. It's hybrid certified, which is awesome. I mean, that's another reason why I did buy this, is for the hybrid capability. But I don't, for day-to-day use, I don't like these leads. I like to be able to put other extensions and stuff on them. So personally, and it's nothing against Snap-on, it's 90% of the multimeters out there come with leads similar to that. I have my Pomona leads, which I just like that much better because you can change out the ends. You can put the alligators. You can change out the pins on the tips. It's just more versatile for my day-to-day use, and it frees up my hands for certain applications and stuff. So the thing is, putting these Pomonas on, since they do have these connections and everything, these are only Cat 2 rated, so these are not I would not recommend using these if you are doing any kind of hybrid work, but that's where, you know, you pull these out when you're in that kind of situation. So another nice thing that I do like about it, it does come with a temperature probe. Comes with a temperature probe that plugs right in, which is pretty sweet. So doing any kind of AC work and you want to see the temperature coming out of the ductwork, throw that lead up in there, get a temperature reading. Again, you can graph it, print it up for your customers to be like, hey, look, your AC was blowing 45 degrees when it left the shop. Just, you know, more cover your butt, you know, CYA. So I'll be sure to include this into more videos, but so far I'm loving this. It does can wrap your leads. Can wrap the leads, and it does have this little bungee that will hold your leads. So that's better than nothing, but this thing, so far, I'm loving it. Absolutely loving it. The response time for it is just, it's incredible. For doing any kind of ohms checks and stuff, it's top notch. My other multimeter was about 9-10 years old, and you can definitely see the upgrades on it and the speed quality of it. Even more so than this Mac one that is probably less than 6 months old. This thing is sluggish, it's slow. Nothing against Mac, but I mean, it works, it does what it needs to. I like having multiple multimeters in case when I am working on multiple jobs and I have multiple electrical issues going on, I don't have to bounce this one tool from car to car or tie up my scope using a multimeter, or my scan tool rather. So, feature, before we move on here, is when you do turn it on, it will have this power button up in the top, okay? But if you turn it off, and what that is, that after 5 minutes, this thing will automatically shut off, which is nice, but there's times where you want this thing to be on continuously. And one nice thing about it, if you turn it off, you hold down this function button down here at the left here, while you're turning it on, and hold that power button goes off. So now this thing will stay on until you actually hit this switch and turn it off. Again, doing any kind of dash work, getting this up for anything in low light areas, and then having that Bluetooth function for your phone where you can actually be remote. You're checking some brake lights and you can't see the meter back there. You grab your phone, pair it up. You can be in the front of the car, stepping on the brake pedals, seeing the voltage getting supplied to the rear. I mean, it's technology, man. I mean, it's awesome. Absolutely love this thing. We'll include it some more. So, next thing, Snap-on. My Snap-on dealer was nice enough to, since I've spent some money with him recently, and he is a fairly new Snap-on guy, he was much appreciative of me taking care of him, so he took care of me, and that's what it's all about. And taking care of me, he gave me a gift. And yes, this was a free gift. It wasn't spending $1,500 for the free gift. Not sure if this would be anything that I would have bought on my own, but this is a fan. It is KAFAN. And this thing is pretty sweet. I have it set up right here at my diagnostic workstation. When I'm looking up wiring diagrams, anything else, I do live in Arizona, so it's April and it's already 100 degrees, so any kind of air movement at all is nice, because these summers down here get hot. And being in the garage with swamp coolers, it gets hotter. So it is nice. It's got the temperature display on it in Celsius and in Fahrenheit. Rotates. Also has the clock, which you can turn it on and off and just have the fan. But for being this little thing, I mean, it does put out some air. Another nice thing about it, it has a magnet on the back, so you're able to slap it up anywhere on your toolbox, on your diagnostic workstation. So another thing I do like about this fan, it's got a little switch on the back and it will oscillate. Pretty cool feature. Another thing, it does come with a USB powered cable. So this can, and the adapter, so it can get plugged into an outlet, or it can get plugged right into your computer and get powered up. So you got a couple options and stuff on that. I don't want to see what the temperatures can be displaying in the middle of summer, saying 118, 120 degrees. But that's the price you pay living in the desert. This is great for the DIYer. This is great for a professional technician that wants to get into a scan tool at a reasonable price. I can't give a full review on it yet. I've only used it just a couple times, but BMW, Audi, oil resets, it does do that. Steering angles, these are all the things that I know that it does for a fact that I have used it for. But I'll give a little bit more in-depth on this tool and kind of show it in use in some of my future videos. If you don't have one, highly recommend it. If you live in Arizona or anywhere that's just hot as just hot, this is awesome. So that's it, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We will see you next time. Another Tool Time.